Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be testing the fingerprint sensor on the brand new Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Now I got this phone guys early today and I've just finished the unboxing and it's on my channel already. So if you haven't checked it out, please guys have a look at it, and I'm sure you will find it very interesting. However, like I said, in this video I'll be testing the fingerprint sensor guys, and secondly I'll also be sharing some geeky stats with you using this IDA64 app and also a CPU-Z, and I will show you something really interesting about the phone which I found earlier today. Also, thirdly, very quickly, I'll be putting this case on the phone. This is the Spigen Case guys, the gel case for the S7 Edge, which I got quite a few days before the phone arrived, so I was well prepared for it because this phone is slightly slippery because of the way it's been made. It's got this glass back and glass front and a metal frame surrounding it, so it can be a bit slippery at times. Even though right now my hands are not as sweaty as they normally are, but still I can feel as if I'm going to drop this phone or it's going to slip out of my hands, so a case is highly recommended. Okay, first of all, let's play with the fingerprint sensor. Let's configure it guys and see how accurate that is and how good that it works. Okay, so first of all, let's get into settings, and from here look for security option, lock screen and security. There we go. And from here we go on to fingerprint. There you go. Okay, so now we can use the fingerprint for web signing in, for verifying Samsung account also, and also unlocking your device. So we can add a fingerprint guys just here. There we go. As soon as we tap on it, it's asking you to unlock the device either using PIN, pattern or password. So you have to do this in case if the fingerprint sensor failed, at least you have a backup to get into your phone. So for here I will be using PIN guys. It's the simplest and easiest. So I'm going to be putting it as 1 2 3 4 just to obviously test it. 1 2 3 4. There we go. Okay, now we have a backup pin. Now it says place your finger on the home key, lift it on and off, and repeat this till you get the fingerprint sensor configured. So let's start off with the thumb. In my previous video guys, I'm sure quite a few of you, if I remember correctly, complained when I was configuring the fingerprint sensor for the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 that I didn't use multiple thumbs and fingers. So this time around I'll make sure that I use at least a couple of fingers or a couple of thumbs, so that to give you a bit more variety and see how efficient the fingerprint sensor is. So first of all, because I'm a right-handed person, so I'll use my right thumb. So let's see how quickly it picks up. There you go. Fairly good, fairly fast, not too bad. Obviously I've got to change my thumb position a bit as well, so that I can take the print of all of my thumbs. So no matter which direction I put it on the fingerprint sensor, it should be able to pick it up without any issues. Okay, there we go. Fairly fast. As long as you move your thumb along in a variety of movements, this configures very quickly. Show content, yes, done, that's done. Okay, now let's add another one guys. Let's add the index finger. This is I often quite use as well, so let's do this and see how this goes. Okay, there we go. As you can see, at times a message comes out that you're doing it too fast, so you got to slow down a bit and make sure you change the position of your finger at the same time, or the thumb, so that you can pick up everything on your finger. So no matter which position you put in, whether it's the top or the middle bit, it should be able to pick your fingerprint straight away without any issues. There we go. So this finger, right finger, index finger is done, right thumb is done. For a change also, let's do the left thumb as well, just in case. So let's configure this then. There we go. Okay, there we go again. So this is fairly fast because obviously this is a new one, so it's doing it pretty quickly, not too bad. Okay, let me just do it upside down as well. Sorry, the other way around, so that it takes all of my fingerprints. There we go. Okay, fairly fast, not too bad. Definitely among the better ones I've seen so far. Okay, so here we go. So we have the left thumb, we also have the right index finger and the right thumb. So now let's have a look and see. And now this option of saying fingerprint use unlock, you unlock your device has activated itself already, because the phone knows that you have configured a few fingerprints. So let's now turn the phone off guys. Increase the volume so that at least you can see when the phone turns out. There we go. So first of all, let me use my right thumb and see. I gotta press it first and then push my thumb up there. There you go. Open up straight away. This is one thing which I don't like guys. I'm used to of opening the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 and phones like the Nexus 5X, where you don't have to push the button physically. You just place your finger at the back of the sensor and the phone wakes up straight away from standby mode. Whereas on the Galaxy S7 Edge, you have to press it first and then you gotta leave it there for a while before it opens up. The two ways of doing it: either you press it first lightly, there you go guys, and then put your thumb up, or you can keep your thumb pressed up or pressed already on it, and it will open it anyway regardless. So there's a bit of movement, bit of delay of a second or two, and it opens up. But so far, from what I can see, it's fast enough, it's efficient enough. Okay, now let me use my index finger and see how accurate that is. There you go, no problems here whatsoever. Let's try it once more. Oops, missed it once. Try it once more. There you go. Okay, so far it has failed once. There we go. And one more try. Nope. There we go. Okay, it took a bit of a while again, but not too bad. Boom. Obviously, you got to be a bit careful as well. At the same time, you could just cannot be as casual as you are with the back fingerprint sensor like the one on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 or the Nexus 5X. I think they have a higher accuracy rate, but so far what I'm seeing so far is not bad. It's very manageable, and I'm sure most of you will be more than happy. Okay, let's do it with the thumb now. I find the thumb, to be honest, much more easier than the finger. It's easy to place on it. Boom, press it, boom, opens up. Okay, now let's give the left thumb a try, guys, and see how this goes. Press and leave. Boom, opens up. Press and leave. There we go. Press and keep it pressed. There we go. Opens up again. Press and then keep it pressed. There we go. So left thumb seems to be more accurate than the right one for some reason. I don't know why is that. Maybe it's the way I'm holding it. Okay, let's change the position of the thumb just slightly. See if I bring it down like this, if it opens up. Yes, it does. And the same with the right thumb as well, vertically. No match. There we go. Because my thumb was slightly up on the touching the screen, so it didn't pick you up. So let's give it one more try. Nope. Okay, so at times it has the tendency to fail. It's not as accurate, I would say, but still more than enough for majority of the people to be happy with. As long as you accurately put your finger and thumb on top of that, it shouldn't miss it. Unless you're a bit casual and your finger or thumb is touching the screen, then it might say no match. So accurate enough, guys, fast enough, not bad, and well done, Samsung, because I remember when I was doing it with the S6 Edge last year, there were no updates on the phone as well, and it was struggling big time. And with the S5 it was even worse. So over the years, Samsung have definitely improved on the fingerprint sensor, so not too bad. But obviously, being a top OEM, they need to be a bit more accurate. I hope with future OTA updates, this problem will eventually be eradicated, and we will have even a more accurate fingerprint sensor. Okay, now let's have a quick look at the Geeky Specs I was talking to you guys earlier. So this is the app which I've installed from the Play Store. It's called IIDA64 and CPU-Z. So let's try IIDA64 because it's got more accurate information. So as you can see, it says system, CPU, display, network. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'll go through the few major of them in which I can show you the actual specs and what version of Galaxy S7 Edge this is running. So this is the S7 Edge, guys, the global variant. As you can see, this is the global variant, the international SIM-free version, which you can find in the UK and Europe. But in America and in Far East, you have the Snapdragon 820. Okay, so as you can see here, it says in the hardware bit, says Samsung Exynos 8890. This is the octa-core chipset, which has 8 cores, which I will discuss further in just a moment. Also, the phone has installed RAM 4GB LP DDR4. This is the fastest and the best possible RAM money can buy. So you have DDR4 RAM on there as well. Out of the 24 gig, that was the one available, and I showed you in my unboxing. Out of the 32 gig, so far I still have 21.75 gig available because I've only installed just a few apps, and I've been playing with the phone for only a few minutes. Okay, so let's go back, and let's go into CPU now. This will give you a detailed version of what the Exynos 8990 is all about. So here you can see it's a Samsung's in-house Exynos 8 octa-core 8890 chipset. It's got 4 ARM Cortex A53 cores running at 1.6 gigahertz, and also 4 Mongoose cores, Exynos M1 running at maximum clock speed of 2.6 gigahertz. So not too bad. Now if you look down, is built on the 14 nanometer chipset, which is the latest technology in chipset manufacturing. I'm not going to go into details, but I'm sure most of you geeks watching it know that already. It's a 64-bit architecture. As you can see, guys, here the clock speed varies from 442 MHz all the way up to 2.6 GHz, and as you can see, you got 8 cores, and out of those 8 cores, 2 cores are sleeping. As you can see very carefully, guys, at the bottom, 2 cores are sleeping, whereas other 6 cores are running. So this goes to show the big dot little architecture which Samsung implements in their Exynos series, just to make sure that the chipset is efficient and also not much battery is consumed and is optimized well for the software. So if I was to push this phone to the limit, say play gaming and stuff, all the 8 cores will wake up and they go full throttle. For day-to-day stuff, 4 cores or 6 cores will be into play. Okay, So that's pretty much it. Let's have a look at what else have we got, guys. I want to show you actually something really interesting about the camera. Now, most of you obviously who have been reading the rumors and all the geeks out there who know the geeky stuff, the Samsung S7 Galaxy S7 Edge has two types of camera sensor coming in. One of the variants has got the Sony sensor, the other variant has got the Samsung sensor. Now this version has the Samsung sensor. If you look at this camera ID carefully, guys, it says SLSI_5 S5K2L1_FIMCIS. If you have this written on your phone, once you install IDA64 and you go into devices, that means you're running the Samsung's chipset and not the Sony. If you have the Sony chipset running, then on the camera ID it should say here a Sony sensor very clearly. If you Google it, I'm sure you'll find it out. The difference between the two sensors is not much. Sometimes Sony produces better results and sometimes Samsung sensor produces better results, but all in all they're both on par. And what I've read so far, I think there's not much of a difference, so that shouldn't be any much of a problem. Anyways, we have the 12.2 dual pixel camera at the back, and we also have the Samsung Exynos front camera is also Samsung sensor as well. So if you're gonna have Sony at the front, or you're probably gonna have Sony at the back as well. But if you have Samsung at the back, most likely you're gonna have a Samsung at the front as well. So the front camera is 8 megapixel, guys, and the back camera is 12.2. And I will do a dedicated video showing you how fast the autofocus on this camera is. I know that's an area which everybody's interested in. People want to see how does it perform in low light. I will be putting pictures up on my social media in low light, guys. I'll be putting videos up. There'll be a lot more on this phone in the days and weeks to come, so make sure you stay tuned to my social media, Facebook, Google Plus, everything else, and you'll see plenty of updates and also some videos on my channel as well. Okay, so it also has the GPU, guys, Mali T880, which is one of the newer ones. I think this is the version 12 or something, version 4, I can't remember. ARM architecture again, OpenGL as well at the same time, and all these geeky specs, which I'm obviously not going to go through every single L2, L1 cache. I'm sure most of you are not interested in this. Okay, so what else can I show you? Devices we've seen already. Battery wise, guys, this is the S7 Edge, which has 3600 milliampere battery. It's running pretty cool so far. I tell you what, of the few hours that I've used the phone so far, it has had no heating issues. I'm not feeling any sort of heat whatsoever, so it's very cool, which is very encouraging. I don't know what the people out there with Snapdragon 820 version are feeling, but from what I can tell, guys, the external version so far of the first few hours of testing seems to be a very cool chipset. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys, and now let's talk about this case I spoke to you about earlier in the video. This is the Spigen Case, guys. I got a few days before the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge arrived, because I had seen quite a few videos, including Erica Griffin, who gave her verdict, and everybody else, that the phone was quite slippery, so it's best to cover it up. And I would probably say the same, guys. The phone is pretty slippery, and especially if you have sweaty hands, you will feel the phone as if it's going to drop down on your hands. So this is basically the Spigen Case, guys. Nothing special, just a regular case, gel case. I like gel cases because first of all they're see-through, and secondly you're easily able to have a good grip on them. Even if your hands are sweaty, the sweat on your hands will stick to the gel material, and it won't slip the phone. It won't allow the phone to slip out of your hands. So let's turn the screen off. Let's put the S7 Edge in the case and see how this goes. There we go. And the good thing about gel cases is that, guys, they are so easy to fit in. They are so easy to take off as well. So if you wanted to take this off, it's so easy, guys. You just pull it up like that and it comes out. Similarly, if you want to put it back in, boom, within no time the gel case is in straight away without any issues. So let's have a quick look. As you can see at the bottom, guys, it's all pretty much cut out properly. The 3.5mm jack along with the charging port and the speaker they all got nice well cut out. Even the mic has a cutout as well. On the left, as you can see, the volume rockers, nice cutouts as well. I can easily feel them, and they're easily pressable with no issues. Let's open this up and see if we can. There you go. So nice feedback, nice playback, guys. No issues there whatsoever. Boom. Okay, now on the top side of the phone, guys, as you can see, you have this here, this is the mic on top, and also this is the this is the SD card, by the way, SD card slot, and also the SIM slot. So well, this is covered obviously, but once you put the SIM in and the SD card in, I'm sure you wouldn't need to take it out anyway, so no point of obviously leaving a cutout here. And this is obviously, like I said, the mic, noise cancellation mic as well. Okay, on the right hand side, guys, as you can see, this is the power button, and if I hold the phone in my hand just like that, you will see the power button is easily accessible as well, and it responds straight away without any issues. And straight away I can tell you the phone is grippy, it's see-through. At least whatever color you buy, you go for the platinum silver one, you go for the black onyx, or you go for the gold. If you buy this case, your color should be visible through the case because it's a see-through case, so that shouldn't be much of a problem. Very grippy, nice, and the good thing is it doesn't add much weight to the phone. And there's a bit of a lip there as well, as you can see, guys, on the top here and the bottom, and there's a bit of lip. So if the phone was to fall flat like that, even though your screen might not survive, but the chances are that the extra lip on the top and the extra lip at the bottom will most likely give your phone a bit of a protection, if not much. And the edges are obviously slightly covered here as well, but you should still be able to use the edge feature. Let's have a look. I haven't even used the edge feature yet, but let's have a look and see if we can and get it out. There we go. Yeah, we can still get it out. It's not a problem. So it's very much accessible even without the case on, so not much of an issue. So guys, this was a quick look at the S7 Edge. Again, the Geeky Specs, the fingerprint sensor, which is fairly good if not the best, and also the Spigen Case for the S7 Edge. Any questions, guys, please feel free to ask me in the comment section, and like always, please give it a thumbs up if you like my video, and guys, please subscribe if you want videos like that in the future. That greatly helps me out, and I shall see you in the next video.